Leaders track rated as dead. Weather fining and warming up. Ready in the first, and they're off and racing, and Trigold missed the start. First away from the inside was Star Billing. Showing speed is natural is my name, and Come On Grace looking for the lead again this week as they go to the 1200 metre mark. Shigeru Magic romp away quickly. Then came Showdoll, who's racing fourth now and pressing on after being caught wide. Further back to In Search, followed by Cerise, Trigold, and last of all, with no speed on getting the head up, Brief Promise. At the 900, Showdoll on the outside has gone quickly. Moved three wide to take the lead. A length and a half, Shigeru Magic romp, and third, Come On Grace. 2 lengths to Natural is my name. She's about 4 lengths off the lead and suited by the speed, which is a bit quicker now. Followed on the inside by Star Billing from In Search, Trigold. Then Cerise, and last with 600 metres to go is Brief Promise. Showdoll 3/4, Shigeru Magic romp approaching the turn. Third on the inside, Come On Grace. Natural is my name is close enough if good enough. In Search pulling around the outside of her. Followed by Trigold getting a wriggle on from Star Billing and taken to the outside. Brief Promise from Cerise at the 300, and Showdoll about a neck in front of Shigeru Magic romp. Natural is my name is starting to pick up a bit of ground on the outside. Deeper out, Brief Promise, and In Search is still coming, and now Trigold getting a late split. Natural is my name under pressure to grab Showdoll. Here comes Trigold through the centre with a powerful finish. Trigold is overhauling him. Showdoll on the inside, Showdoll, and on the outside, Trigold, and Showdoll's fought back to beat Trigold, and third was Natural is my name. Then came In Search, Cerise, followed home by Come On Grace, Shigeru Magic romp, Star Billing, and Brief Promise. What a good ride by Matthew Carl after being trapped.
8 We Ourselves, 25 Gentleman Jack, 78 flying along, 100 Centrix, and Lead Singer is there at $17 as they head off to the barrier. Well, they're just at the gates now, so they'll be getting them organised fairly soon. Of those 4 there, not a great deal to report. Trisco number 11 at 28. It's Rigmarole in the All Cerise colours, and Kells Tower, a big grey. Greg likes Rigmarole to beat Moon Chase, and he's put in Bullwinkle for third. It's 4-1-2 on race 1 at Caulfield. They're the selections from Greg Miles. We'll take a short break. Next up, the DS McCormick Hurdle from Caulfield.
Kitty Chiller, sports journalist and Australia's top modern pentathlete.
And Tammy Van Wisser, our leading marathon swimmer.
So, what have we got in common?
We both look after our skin, with Redwind Sorbeline for our bodies.
And Redwind Sorbolite for our faces.
Redwind supporting us in our sports.
So what say you support Redwind? They're honest to goodness Australian.
Moving in at Caulfield for race 1, Moon Chase the first to go up. Elwick race 2, Devon Smoke the winner, 4:30, 2:30 from Wire Tap and Local Joy, 33.70 Cornella, trifecta 156.90 on race 2 at Elwick. Now they move in for race 1 at Caulfield. So let's head back to the track. Here's Greg.
Recent starts was Sir Agrafo carried 70 kilos when he won the Grand National Hurdle back in 1989, his second win. There's been a couple of horses carry big weights in steeplechases. Strasbourg about 20 years ago carried 74 kilos, and Loch Linney, when he won his Grand National in the 70s, carried 71. But that's over steeplechases. In the hurdles, where the tempo's quicker and the pressure's on, 73 would be somewhat of a modern day record. Well, we'll find out if he can do it in the next few minutes. Just about right to go. They jump 10 hurdles on their journey. The first of them comes up very quickly, about 50 metres after the start. Here's Bullwinkle coming up into the line, and they're just about right to go. Rigmarole drawn wide. Now, a couple of gates have opened here. Kells Tower and Gentleman Jack both took dives at the gates simultaneously. They've come through the front. Kells Tower just dislodging the rider, but all's well there, it would appear, for Tim Wheeler, and Gentleman Jack the other that came through. Right, well, that gives us a little moment just to update things on the Super Tab, with Moon Chase firming to $3.80. Punters sticking firm with him. It's a great challenge for the horse, but the last 2 starts he's been over the jumps. He has set records. He's $3.80. Bullwinkle into $5.90. He was pretty impressive the other day. And Rigmarole at $3.10. Desiree $7.80. Would prefer it soft. And We Ourselves $8.80. Good win last start after the second to Rigmarole. Now, Kells Tower and Gentleman Jack return to the gates, 3,000 metres, and they're set to go. Light flashing away. They're about to be sent on their journey. 3,000 metres and 10 hurdles. Gentleman Jack made a good line. Bullwinkle stood nicely. Desiree's on the inside. Starter eyeing off the field, flying along the outside gate next to Lead Singer. Now there's a hold-up of some description here whilst Kells Tower's rider settles. I think that might have been it. Now the all clears through and they're off. And Sheridan, one of the first out. Rigmarole jumped okay on the outside with Lead Singer. Moonchase gets back to about fourth last as they settle into stride. And here's Centrix is going through with the grey Kells Tower. Gentleman Jack getting up on the inside of them to be prominent. And Rigmarole's a length and a half away. Fourth or a fall back in the field. We Ourselves has gone. We Ourselves has fallen at the second jump in the race. And it looks like horse and rider are okay. They're both to their feet and look all right. So they swing the corner on the first circuit now. And Gentleman Jack has gone to the lead. He's hanging pretty badly as he swings the turn in front of Kells Tower. Rigmarole is out 3 wide for a good look at his hurdles down the straight in the bunched field. Just behind him is Centrix over near the inside, followed by Bullwinkle, and Moonchase is improving on the outside there of Bullwinkle and Rigmarole. In behind those is Lead Singer and Sheridan, and they're followed by Noble Ben Barra. Towards the end is Trisco flying along, and Desiree last of all as they go over the hurdle in front of the stands now, and by the judges' box for the circuit to run. Gentleman Jack leads. The 10-year-old Kells Tower is second. Centrix the Rout is third. Rigmarole is fourth on the outside, and Moonchase is only a length behind him, or a little less, as he pushes up and keeps Rigmarole working on his outside. Bullwinkle on the rails, and they're followed 2 lengths to Lead Singer when they come to the next hurdle. Noble Ben Barra is Sheridan, followed further back in the field then by Trisco. Back behind those horses, We Ourselves didn't jump that one, or flying along, I should say, didn't jump it well. And Desiree is last of all as they go past the 1,600 metres. And here's the next hurdle coming up with Gentleman Jack in front. Centrix applying a bit of pressure to him. 3 lengths in front of Moonchase with the big steadier. He's holding down third, being followed by Bullwinkle. 2 lengths to Kells Tower. A neck to Rigmarole as they leap this one from Lead Singer. They're followed by the stablemates together. Noble Ben Barra followed by Sheridan. A gap of 2 or 3 lengths then to Trisco. Towards the end is flying along, and Desiree is last of all. Past the 1,200 metres, they don't go over another hurdle until they get to the 8, and it's Gentleman Jack in front of Centrix. 3.5 lengths away is the toppy Moonchase, travelling well. A length and a half behind him, Bullwinkle. Then came Rigmarole over on the outside. Going through on the inside, Noble Ben Barra. 2 lengths to Lead Singer. Then Trisco, followed by Sheridan, and a break to Desiree. Flying along, and Kells Tower dropped out past the 800 metre mark now. Here are the runs coming, and the 2 favourites take off together. Rigmarole and Moonchase race out, couple of lengths in front of Gentleman Jack as they head to the 600. Centrix had enough, and then Bullwinkle. But it's Rigmarole and Moonchase over the second last one together. They've both landed on terms, with Moonchase on the inside, drawing about a neck in front. Rigmarole on his outside with a weight advantage. They've kicked away. They're 5 lengths in front of Noble Ben Barra, 2 lengths to Bullwinkle, and then Lead Singer, Gentleman Jack and Sheridan. Great battle around the home turn. Big pull on the weights for Rigmarole. Will it tell? On the inside, Moonchase, the grand hurdler, leads by a neck. Rigmarole is still there. Here's the last, an all-important jump, and Moonchase did it well. Moonchase by 3/4 to Rigmarole. Old Bull, Young Bull, and the Old Bull, despite 73, draws 2 in front. Great hurdler, big weight, modern-day record. Moonchase wins it magnificently. Moonchase beats Rigmarole, Noble Ben Barra third, then Bullwinkle. They're followed further back by Lead Singer. Behind them, Sheridan and Trisco, with a gap to Gentleman Jack. Trailed in by Flying Along, Desiree, and Centrix last to greet the judge. He's a wonder. Number 1, Moonchase, has scored a wonderful win with 73 kilos. Rigmarole proving that the class...
Party Dispatch 2, Roman Coin was prominent early with Matching Tiger as they go to the first flight, which came up to them pretty quickly in the race. Over on the inside, Top Jewel, and there going up with them too was Bruskin as they go over the second. Ryazan's deep around those improving, followed by Just Dynamite. Mountain Affair steadies back. Adventure goes wide. J-Myth is forcing away up on the inside, and Turkey Lane, the steeplechaser, is at the tail of the field. They're on the side now and racing down to the 800 metre mark in the first circuit, and the leader was Roman Coin. And and Roman Coin shows the way by a couple. 2.5 in fact to Ryazan, poised nicely second as they take that jump on the side. Matching Tiger followed by Top Jewel, Brusk and Adventure Deep. Up there with them on the inside, J Beth, the rider Trek, just holding back off the heels of one in front. He's high in the irons. Just Dynamite and Mountain Affair around him. Now J Beth, the rider's let him come away from the rail, so he puts those others deeper, and Turkey Lane is last of all, but he's only about 6 or 7 off the lead. That leader down to the 400 metre mark. 3 jumps in the straight in the first circuit. They'll have 2 the last time, and it's Roman Coin. Shows the way nicely. They all cleared it. Second placing's a group of them. Bruskin pulls its way to second outside of Ryazan, the centre. It settled down as well as anything in the race. Top Jewel, the inside. Oh, Roman Coin showed no respect for that jump. He just ploughed through it, and he would have done the old varicose veins a decent tickle up. Here he comes to the one in front of the stand. See how he jumps this. Oh, he skipped over that. He dipped on landing. He's doing a few things wrong, Roman Coin. And as they go out of the straight, it's Roman Coin showing the way. He's about 3 in front. Second, Ryazan. And they were followed by J-Beth, who's pulled his way to third around Top Jewel. And they take that jump on the side, followed further back by Adventure, just sneaking into the race. Further back behind the Mountain Affair, Matching Tiger was next as they race towards the far side behind the stands out in the middle. And they were followed further back by Matching Tiger, giving a bit of ground. Just Dynamite around him. And last of all is Turkey Lane. The leader, Roman Coin. Coming after them, J-Beth and Bruskin. Over on the inside there is Ryazan, and they were followed further back as they go into the far side by Adventure, still improving. Now Ryazan clipped that. He lost a half length or so. Further back on the inside, Top Jewel, Just Dynamite, followed by Matching Tiger as they go. The next one, and there's one down. One has crashed here, and it's Mountain Affair. Mountain Affair have been able to pick it up. It is, yes, it is Mountain Affair. And as they move along the far side, they are the leader, clearing that one, Roman Coin, but they've grabbed him. Bruskin comes after him as they go to the next flight. Top Jewel is waiting on the inside with Ryazan, who lost a half length again at that, and now Adventure lets loose around the field. Just Dynamite's there. Gee, it's a compact affair. Over on the inside, Matching Tiger, J-Beth, and last of all is Turkey Lane as they move on the side of the course now. And here the leader with 3 more hurdles to jump is Adventure. He's gone on with it out wide and crossed to lead by 2 to Top Jewel. Third placing, Ryazan still there. And then came further back Just Dynamite. Roman Coin's called it a day. Bruskin goes past it. They're all going past it. Up on the outside of those was Turkey Lane, started to make a bit of ground. J-Beth, Matching Tiger, and Roman Coin back to last. Around the turn for home, 2 more hurdles to go. Looks at the moment a 3-horse war where it's Adventure. Here comes Ryazan on the outside. Top Jewel is still there, and they're 4 to Just Dynamite. Adventure ridden with the whip comes to the second last. He cleared it well. Ryazan's 2.5 away. Then Top Jewel. J-Beth nearly sat down, but it's Adventure going powerfully at the last. He's still a couple in front of Ryazan. Adventure cleared it beautifully. He made another half length, in fact, on landing, and he's set for victory here, Adventure. Getting a bit weary near to the line, but Adventure will win it. Second placing, Ryazan, beaten a couple. Third, about 6 or 7 away, was Top Jewel from Just Dynamite, J-Beth, Turkey Lane, Matching Tiger, Bruskin, and Roman Coin was tailed off.
That's Victoria Park Race 1. Adventure number 6, $12.10 and $2.80. 1 Ryazan, $1.50, and Top Jewel number 11, $1.50. So 6, 1, 11 will confirm them soon. That was the hurdle. Now they're moving in at the Gold Coast for race 2, these 2-year-olds, and Wish List is the favourite, $3.85. Flight Ace at $5.25, and then we're back up to Staffendale at $6.25, and they are moving in quite quickly for race 2 at the Gold Coast. Then we go to Rosehill for the second, and Parting Jesters at 12, over $1.80. 38 for Craig or Moore, 42 La Willow, $4.20, I beg your pardon. 6.20 Madam Bligh, 26 Socialised, 46 Kitchen and Contrary Lady, with Luke Levy replacing Jackson Morris at $17. So over's the favourite at $1.80, but La Willow kept safe at $4.20. 2.45 the tips from Hilton for race 2 at the Gardens, where they're heading to the barrier. Now, after that fall at Victoria Park in the hurdle, both horse and rider are back on their feet. So no serious injuries sustained there. Now, to the Gold Coast for race 2, here's Steve.
Extreme Red has gone up. Now, here comes the favourite Wish List. In fact, it's into a clear favourite now, 335, 160. 3 to come in. Appealing Lady joins the line. Kabari Gem and Staffendale, they'll be all ready. Appealing Lady goes in. Kabari Gem about to come up. Now Staffendale's about to join the line with Kabari Gem. The favourite way here is number 4, which is Wish List. Now, they all appear to be in for mine. Yes, the starter is coming around to the stand. The Verve Clicquot Ponsarden gates are full. The Nar Winnie handicap won a Prime Minister's Cup here in 1977. Ready for action now. The favourite Wish List. Right to go. Racing now, and Wish List, the favourite, a little bit slow. Extreme Red missed it. Flight Ace was the first to go. Staffendale left quickly. What's the Beast going up there with Rapid Express and Kabari Gem right round the outside. Wish List in that leading pack. Behind those was Easy Spender, then Extreme Red after a tardy start making ground. Appealing Lady, and dropping out is Cerruti toward the bend, and Flight Ace just in front. Kabari Gem on the outside goes up to level up. Wish List behind them, cop the check and drop back. Then Rapid Express behind those. What's the Beast, Staffendale, and well back is Easy Spender turning the bend, and Flight Ace led by a couple. Baker has it clear. What's the Beef got off the fence to challenge. Kabari Gem is only battling. Rapid Express behind those. The favourite Wish List, the widest runner. It's Flight Ace in front. 100 metres to go. What's the Beef can't reach at this stage. Extreme Red is running on late, but Flight Ace is clear. 50 metres to go, and Flight Ace will win. Flight Ace beat Extreme Red. What's the Beef or Cerruti who finished fast. Then Wish List, Rapid Express, Staffendale, Easy Spender, Kabari Gem, and Appealing Lady. Number 5, Flight Ace, first up today. Gary Baker. Second, What's the Beef, number 12. Very tight for third. We had, just looking at the race, What's the Beef, Extreme Red, and Cerruti finishing on strongly. But no doubt about the winner, number 5, Flight Ace. Gary Baker. Now 5, 1 and a photo for third. 5, 1 and a photo. Geez, Extreme Red was something beaten. Missed the start and rattled home to finish on strongly. Numbers are 5, 1 and a photo. Number 12 has finished officially third. What's the Beef? 3 fourth, 4 fifth.
5-1-12 on race 2 at the Gold Coast. Now, Rosehill Gardens race 2, and they're about to move them in. 2-year-olds here over 1,200 metres in the Sky Pub Open Handicap. Parting Jester is at $10, the Wellington boot winner. Over at $1.80, nice little 2-year-old from the John Hawke stable. He's only had the 2 starts. He's first up from a spill today, but he won a barrier trial quite well recently. By all reports, it was a very good trial. He was wide for most of the way and still had plenty in the finish. Craig Ormore is at $43. La Willow, number 4. Brian York riding this one, $4.10 for Clary Connors. $5.40 Madam Bly, $32 Socialised Kitchen, $53, and Contrary Lady is at $21. Clary's got 2 in the race, La Willow and Madam Bly, and they are starting to move in now for race 2 at Rosehill Gardens. Now 12 got third at the Gold Coast. What's the Beef? The place dividend $2.65, so 5-1-12 official. Pretty easy win to Flight Ace. Victoria Park Divs on race 1. Adventure won the hurdle, $12 and $2.80. Ryazan second. Top Duel was third. Quinella $23.20, and the trifecta was $225 on race 1 at Victoria Park. Just to forewarn you that we are having some problems with our pictures from Rosehill Gardens. Do not adjust your set. This is how pictures are coming into us here at Sky in black and white and a little bit fuzzy. We are working on the problem. Hopefully we will be right by the end of the race, but at least we'll be able to see them. There's Over going in, for example, with the number 2 saddle cloth. We're just going to have to concentrate a little bit harder, and just as well we've got a top caller in the broadcast box, Hilton Donaldson. Here he is.
Gee, thanks, Matt. Just about set to go now for race number 2. Over's the favourite, and the colour's back just in time. Set to run. Chief Steward Ray Murray here at the starting point for this race. They're off and racing now. There's one that has stayed in the barrier stalls, it would seem. And first away from the inside is Madam Bly going for the early lead, showing speed also. On the outside up towards the front with a quick move, Contrary Lady, and Parting Jester there as well, followed by Over. Then Socialised, 2 lengths away to Carrickmore. And last of all, about 3/4 of a length away is Kitchen. And the horse that stayed in the barrier stalls from the Clary Connors stable. And I speak of La Willow, it has refused to come out of the gate. 650 metres to go. Contrary Lady, 3/4 Parting Jester. Third placing on the inside up to the turn, Madam Bly, and Over's poised to pounce. 2 lengths away, Carrickmore racing on One Rain and Green. On the inside was Socialise, and last is Kitchen at the 400. Contrary Lady a half length in front of Parting Jester. Madam Bly's endeavouring to push over out of the way to secure a clear run, but can't do so. At the 250, over moving up to Parting Jester, which took a clear lead. It's Parting Jester and over on the outside. Through between runners now. Madam Bly gets the late split. He goes for over. Madam Bly's chasing over hard. It's over just in front. Madam Bly coming late, but the second race is all over. It won by 3/4 of a length to Madam Bly and third Parting Jester, followed by Socialised Kitchen. Then came Contrary Lady, followed by Carrickmore, and La Willow has refused to come out of the barrier stalls. And where's the horse gone now? We could see the yellow colours still in there. The horse is now riderless behind the gates.
Yes, Wyndham Tycoon's up to 58. He just scraped home last start, but he is unbeaten since they put the blinkers on him, and it was a dead track last time out. Sailor V, no luck at all at Moonee Valley. Stranger must be given a chance on its Sydney form. It's got pace, so it's an interesting little affair, despite the fact there's only 6 runners. Wyndham Tycoon is the one we need to move into the stalls as Frameworthy comes in. Frameworthy, one from the outside, and now Wyndham Tycoon takes the outside gate. So they're all in and they're ready to go for the second on the program. They're racing now. Frameworthy missed the start about a length or so on the outside, and Stranger and Wyndham Tycoon the first two to bounce out. Sailor V, Persian Empire settling third and fourth, and then Frameworthy and Urge had settled down at the tail of the field. Going past 1,000 metres, Wyndham Tycoon from the outside gate is working to the front about a length in front of Stranger. Persian Empire close to the inside, and Sailor V has the fence. Then 2 lengths to Frameworthy, and Urge is last of the 6 coming down the side within about 4 lengths of the leader. Wyndham Tycoon on the outside of Stranger with 600 to go. They're the leaders. Persian Empire is third. Sailor V on the inside. Frameworthy is next, and Urge will have to come right around them, one would think. Wyndham Tycoon leads around the turn at the 400 metres. Just the leader from Stranger on the rail. Running on now Frameworthy around the outside, and they're followed then by Sailor V back on the rails. Now Urge pulls to the extreme outside round the turn here, and Frameworthy's race to the lead with Urge tackling immediately, and Sailor V in some trouble just behind them, easing off their heels. Urge getting to Frameworthy, and Stranger fighting back on the inside. The well-tried Urge, though, draws a length in front and will come clear Urge in the run home, and Urge takes it out from Stranger second, and Frameworthy will be third just in front of Sailor V. Then a long break to Persian Empire back at the tail with Wyndham Tycoon last to finish. They've run 110.76 Urge.
And they jump minus number 8 Cushton, the late scratching, and it was a fair start with Nishani away very quickly, grabbed by Manetti, who's raced very fiercely towards the front running. Third is Shackle, getting into a nice spot, followed back behind them by Clay Fighter, and they were followed by Venetian Halo. A length and a half off then Belanca. Odysseus is deep, pushing up in the centre now is My Golden Bracelet, and back at the tail of the field as they start to sort themselves out, City Dollar. The leader onto the side turn now is Manetti, shows the way by a length and a quarter. Now only about a length as Shackle gets a bit closer. Third on the inside, Nishani. 1.5 to 2 off then Clay Fighter on the side with 800 to go. 2 lengths Venetian Halo, Belanca, Odysseus, followed then by My Golden Bracelet, and a length away at the tail of the field is City Dollar. They're on the side coming towards the home turn, 600 from the judge, and the leader still is Manetti. About a length in front of Shackled, who's had a good run. Third placing Nishani, fourth Clay Fighter, then Venetian Halo improving with Odysseus on its outside. Belanca goes up on the rail. City Dollar goes through on the rail, and then came My Golden Bracelet, but Manetti the leader. Nishani comes after Manetti. Clay Fighter is starting to put in a finish, and Belanca's getting a run between horses, and they were followed by Shackled, who's called it a day. Manetti is still in front, trying hard on the outside with him, battling on Nishani. Clay Fighter is there too, but it's Manetti. He's a fighting little bulldog, Manetti. He's got a great heart. Manetti wins from Nishani, Clay Fighter. They were followed by Belanca, My Golden Bracelet, City Dollar later on the rail. Further back behind those then came Belanca, Venetian Habit, and they were followed by Odysseus, and the last one in was Shackled, who gave up.
Yes, he's now on 7 out of 13, Manetti. Super tab for... Oh, they're probably just calculating with the late scratching.
He's followed well back on settling down. Celebrity's dropped out to a clear last, and Captain Dash is just ahead of it. 650 metres to go. Monisha led 3/4 to Look Sharp. Third is Storm Boy, and fourth is Captain Regent. A lot of speed on here. 2 lengths away came on the outside Entree Ver in the clear, followed by Expertise. Express Odds hard ridden, followed well back by Captain Dash, and last and taken to the outside Celebrity at the 300. And Monisha's trying to run them off their legs, still 2 lengths in front. She wants to get away from the rail. Captain Regent's coming home fairly well in second position, but Monisha's nicely clear. She's about 1.5 lengths to Captain Regent. From a mile back, running on late as Captain Dash. Monisha, though, is holding on from Captain Regent, Captain Dash. It's Monisha in front and she'll win. Monisha's won by about 1.5 lengths, close for second. I think Captain Dash in the blue and white grabbed Captain Regent in the red and yellow for second. Close up behind them was Entree Ver, followed by Expertise, Celebrity. Then Storm Boy. Express Odds did nothing, and Look Sharp was with it.
Yep. Mazilda ends the favourite at 240. Never Late's been well tried into 460 now. There's Bradshaw going in 310. Nearly ready. In fact, Kabila's the only one out behind the line now that Ramadan has moved into the gates. She's in the all-white, the favourite. Mazilda's drawn the inside. Kabila probably wants it a little longer, but could pull one out fresh. Damien Oliver on board. Now Kabila's completed the line and they're all in. Set to go. All clears through. Ready to break now with Mazilda's drawn the inside. Bradshaw took it over at the gate, settled again. Racing now, Bradshaw out fairly. Mazilda flew the coupe on the inside. Now Bradshaw hustles quickly. Never Late between them settling down, followed by Solid Wood and Ramadan. Plushka and Kabila last of all at the 700 metres. Oh, great pressure on in the early part. Bradshaw 3 wide, Never Late the middle, and a little Mazilda holding the rail a 1/2 length away. 1.5 lengths to Solid Wood. Plushka the inside, and then Ramadan and 4 Kabila. Bradshaw the leader coming up towards the turn. Mazilda with the fence, and Never Late is between them as they sweep around the home turn, clear of Plushka, Solid Wood, Ramadan and Kabila. Into the straight, Mazilda kicks through on the inside. On the outside is Bradshaw. Never Late is under pressure. Solid Wood peels to the outside, and then Plushka. Mazilda the leader at the 200 metres, a length in front of Bradshaw, who's rallying, and then Plushka followed by Ramadan on the outside. Bradshaw coming after Mazilda Plushka the inside. Bradshaw takes the lead on the post, and Bradshaw's won it by a neck. Plushka, and Mazilda third after working. In behind those horses were Ramadan, Solid Wood, Kabila, and Never Late dropped out to finish last of all. Good effort by the winner and also of the third horse. Bradshaw served it up early, dropped off from Mazilda who...
Just to grab some black type here from the point of view of breeding down the track in years to come. Well, there's one tossing itself about and might be caught up. It slightly. Finished Lady a bit slow to begin. Faithful Love and Skates have begun well. Lazaire's gone to the outside rail with Lingalonga Lucy. So we've got 2 out wide and the remainder on the inside, and going fast to Vanzo. It's showing good speed to be a leader there, with on the inside Faithful Love, followed then by Skates right on their hammer and tack. They were followed further back by Tolano, then Finished Lady. Going up ahead of Finished Lady, Sporting Regent, then further out Tapalinga and Spice Doll last of that division. Down the outside, Lazaire leads by about 3/4 to Lingalonga Lucy. They both have their head to the outside rail, and as they go by the 400 metre mark, the outside division, Lazaire leads Lingalonga Lucy. Skates clears out from the inside division to lead Faithful Love. Lazaire the leader down the outside, coming to the 200 metre mark. Skates is pegging back the ground on the inside. It's Lazaire, Skates the inside. Skates and Lazaire. Skates maybe just in front of Lazaire. Skates is clear. Faithful Love comes back on the inside. Skates and Faithful Love, I can't tell from here, not from this angle. Faithful Love or Skates. Lazaire third out wide from Lingalonga Lucy, and they were followed further back in the field behind those by Devanzo. Now waiting for them to come back into my view. Here they come now. We've got back on the inside Tolano, Spice Doll, Finished Lady, and they were followed further back then by Tapalinga, and one of the last to come back in division, Sporting Regent.
And first to show out from wide on the track, Moon goes quickly with Miss Kent showing speed also soon after Blazing Forest. Dijobo not far away, and Mr Volcanic going for the lead, followed by Over and Above. Then came Top Weekend, followed by Iger, Wind Trap wide, pressing on Bull Market, followed by Little Errol Chiming Lass. Back towards third last is Custody inside of Akaba's Promise. And last of all, with 700 metres to go, is Royal Anthem, Custody Copter, Nasty Check, and Bull Market still racing very wide. 600 metres to go. And the leader is Mr. Volcanic under the lightweight of 49.5 up to the turn. About a neck in front of Warmoon and 3 wide over and above, followed behind them by Dijobo, Blazing Forest. Then hard ridden right behind them, the grey Top Weekend. Iger Win looks for a run. Miss Kent was wider. Chiming Lass pulled to the centre at the 300. And Warmoon went to the lead from Mr. Volcanic, trying hard to get a run. Jobo goes back to the inside of the leader, then over and above, and Miss Kent down the outside, despite a wide course, has reached the lead. Miss Kent about a half in front. Jobo coming on the inside, looks a danger. Late Top Weekend. Jobo's chasing Miss Kent, who's had the harder run, and Jobo won by a half length to Miss Kent. A big effort. Third Top Weekend may have been unlucky, followed by Blazing Forest. Then came Royal Anthem, followed by Warmoon, over and above Iger Win. Then Custody No Luck after the check, followed by Akaba's Promise. Further back to Little Errol with wide out on the track there.
Faithful Love against Skates has been upheld, so the new placings are 5, 2 and 1. Skates is relegated to second. Now let's go to Caulfield, and here's Greg.
John, as we get ready, this is a pretty open race coming up. Kahuna Princess has been well tried at $4.30. Also tried today is Nicola Lass, $7.80. Here's Attila Lass, Kahuna Princess coming in, completes the line. So they're all in and they're set to go. All clears through. Racing, Pippa's Pell, the one that settled at the back, and Kahuna Princess second last out. Ruralism the first to appear. Nicola Lass was away quickly, and Always Forever's hunting for the lead with Marty's Magic on the speed, but still 3 wide as they settle fully. And it's Always Forever going to the 1,000 in front. Marty's Magic boots to second. Nicola Lass is third, and they're followed then by Ruralism over on the inside of Primrose Penny. One Kahuna Princess being followed by Rain Dance Lady, and Pippa's Pell a length and a half away. 7 lengths covered them onto the railway side at the 800 metres now. Always Forever just the leader. Marty's Magic is second. Third on the inside is Ruralism, followed then by Nicola Lass and Primrose Penny trapped out wide. 2 lengths Rain Dance Lady, Kahuna Princess, and a couple of lengths to Pippa's Pell. Heading to the 600 metres now, and approaching the home turn. Always Forever by 3/4. Marty's Magic. Primrose Penny has done it hard. Ruralism back on the inside. Kahuna Princess coming around them with cover. Nicola Lass in the centre. Rain Dance Lady shuffled to second last, and Pippa's Pell at the corner now. Always Forever, Marty's Magic, and Primrose Penny, the 3 across the track. Nicola Lass is coming home well, then Kahuna Princess under pressure. Ruralism going for a split, and Rain Dance Lady coming home. Nicola Lass has burst to the lead. Rain Dance Lady coming after her. Nicola Lass from Rain Dance Lady, but Nicola Lass is cruising away, and Nicola Lass has won it well by a length to Rain Dance Lady, to Ruralism, then Always Forever, followed further back by Primrose Penny in company with Pippa's Pell. Marty's Magic weakening, and Kahuna Princess dropped out to run last. Stand by for numbers. Nicola Lass, ridden by Nash Robuta, continuing his wonderful run, has cruised home. Number 3, Nicola Lass, ridden by Nash Robuta, proved to be way too good here.
Jump better today, and away very quickly. Rasher is looking for the lead, and Black Glamour is prominent, and so too on the inside Delbra. Now Black Glamour draws nearly a length to Delbra. Rasher third from Spirit Level, then came Romanticize. They were followed back along the inside there by Innovations, and going up between horses Northern Ochre. In fact, it's out wider Northern Ochre. Pushing up in the centre is Bonza Blue from Daybreak Treat. Zophanobia next, followed further back in the field then by Over the Wall, then Kilspindy, and last of all a length and a half off is Dud Check. This race on the outer track, and heading them on around the first turn. The leader is Romanticize now. Romanticize shows the way. About a length in front of Black Glamour, third Delbra, fourth Rasher. They were followed by Spirit Level, and then Northern Ochre, and the outside of Innovations from Bonza Blue. There's one sneaking around them from the rear of the field. Dud Check has taken off on the point of the side, and they were followed further back by Daybreak Treat, Zophanobia, Kilspindy, ridden with the patience of Job, and a length and a quarter away. Last of all at the 800 metre mark was Over the Wall. Around the home turn they race now, and Romanticize is a narrow leader. They're making a move out wide. Black Glamour, Rasher, 4 deep Dud Check out in the centre. Back on the inside, Delbra going for Rails Run. They were followed by Spirit Level and then Innovations, and now Kilspindy starting to work into it. But as they come down onto the course proper at the 400-metre mark, it's Black Glamour taking over. On the outside, trying hard, Dud Check, but Black Glamour's going all right. Bonza Blue looking for run between horses. Kilspindy's taking all day to get there out wide on the track. It's still Black Glamour the leader. Now Kilspindy and Romanticize, and now Bonza Blue's getting a split. He's coming after them. Black Glamour the leader. Bonza Blue races up with Kilspindy. He's chasing hard too. Bonza Blue and Black Glamour. Bonza Blue, I think, narrowly from Black Glamour, and Kilspindy. Another great finish. Romanticised, Daybreak Treat, an improved effort. And they were followed further back by Spirit Level out wide. Now waiting for them to come back into my view from behind the tower towards the inside. We've got Romanticised pulling up there with Delbra. Innovations followed by Dud Check, Spirit Level. Rasher was forward early. Further back then, Northern Oakers off Anobia and over the wall.
Now. And they're racing. Away they go, and beginning nicely was the grey Dawn Raider going for the lead. Stop Flirting had speed. From out wide, El Montezar is showing pace, and then Starwood now running to third. And the two in almost identical colours are back towards the tail. Top Shot on the outside of Goodwood. Approaching the first turn at the 1,600 metres, and Dawn Raider led by a length. Second is El Montezar, and third on the inside is Starwood. Then came Stop Flirting, who's racing a little bit wide and taking off around the outside of it, Top Shot. And last of all on the inside is Goodwood. It's Dawn Raider at the 1,400 by a length. El Montezar, there's no speed on. Moving quickly to third on the outside is Top Shot, and Starwood over on the rails. Then Stop Flirting, and Goodwood is last of all. In the back straight at the 1,250, Dawn Raider getting away with an easy run in front from El Montezar. Starwood in the box seat third, and up on the outside fourth, and three wide in the field of six is Top Shot. Stop Flirting the centre, and Goodwood relaxing with his head on his chest last of all. No more than 4.5 lengths first to last in the field of six at the 900, and Dawn Raider by 3/4 of a length on El Montezar. Third on the inside is Starwood, and Top Shot on the outside, followed by Stop Flirting, and last of all is Goodwood. 800 metres to go. Dawn Raider quickening now. A length and a half on El Montezar. Third on the inside, Starwood. There's been no change for the last 1,000 metres. On the outside, three deep is Top Shot from Stop Flirting, and last of all is Goodwood approaching the turn. 450 metres to go, and it's Dawn Raider the leader. On the outside, El Montezar. Stop Flirting is trying to push Top Shot out of the way. Looking for the run, Starwood and Goodwood. 400 metres to go. Dawn Raider giving a big side at odds. About a length in front of El Montezar. Now Starwood's about to get a run. Stop Flirting into the clear, and the two in identical colours are back at the tail, with Goodwood now coming down the outside strongly at the 150. Stop Flirting, Goodwood have reached the lead together with Goodwood on the outside. Goodwood goes to the lead. Stop Flirting can't match Goodwood, and Goodwood's just going to win by a head. Stop Flirting second. Third was El Montezar from Starwood, Top Shot and Dawn Raider. Goodwood
off the inside, slow to move at the start. Regal Centre out wide began quickly. Harvey Ladd, Mighty McCooler near the fence. Rodway C, they're the first four. Emeralds off driving through, and Suitcase just off the speed, followed by Sucrum. Paris Dream beaten for speed, worse than midfield on the outside of Marble Halls, followed by Surge Divider Man, and last of all is Casual Bay. At the 1,000 metres mark, and Harvey Ladd reached the lead. Regal Centre second, Rodway C third, the fence. Emeralds off fourth. Suitcases fifth on the inside of Mighty McCool. Sucrum midfield on the inside of Paris Dream and Marble Halls. A length and a half to Surge D, three parts Vita Man, and last of all Casual Bay. At the 650 metres mark, and Harvey Ladd made play. A half Regal Centre the outside. Rodway C third, the fence inside. Emeralds off. Then came Suitcase on the inside of Mighty McCool. Paris Dream deep as they neared the corner. Sucrum on the fence, followed by Marble Hall, Surge D, Vita Man and Casual Bay. In the straight, 350 out. Harvey Ladd a neck. Regal Centre. Emeralds off on the outside. Rodway C getting the run on the fence from Suitcase. Here's Paris Dream and Mighty McCool trying to go through on his inside, and then Sucrum. Rodway C got up on the fence. Paris Dream and Suitcase is still there. Suitcase is just the leader. Suitcase drew away close to home from Emeralds off, and Suitcase has won from either Emeralds off, Rodway C. Close up, Mighty McCool, Vita Man, Regal Centre. Harvey Ladd followed by Surgely. Behind them, Casual Bay, and Sucrum and Marble Halls has finished near the tail of the field.
Rampager. Close handy to those, Buckle Down on the inside, and around them Examine the Books, and they were followed then by the Rampager, who just eased back out of it, and Alcatel's gone to the front to be forward, and Alcatel is the new leader now by about a half to in second placing Examine the Books, and the brakes have gone on now. Rainbow Toes Rider worse than centre field, was in a lot of trouble. He stood high in the irons to ease off Hills in front, so they sort themselves out. Alcatel by a length, Examine the Books in peril third, Depeche Mode is fourth. Over on the inside came the Rampager. They were followed then by getting going around them, Rainbow Tie scooting around the outside now, and further back in the field behind those. Then on the outside there, just pick it up in a moment with Buckle Down on its inside. They were followed further back by McCalmar, Beau Saint, as they move along the far side onto the side now, and then came El Camino, followed by Sideshow Charlie, and last of all is Merlin's Law. That order as they race down towards the 1,000 metre mark, and Alcatel is a half, three-quarters in front of Depeche Mode, has improved to be a good second. Third back on the inside of those now, with Rainbow Tights outside, Examine the Books. Then in peril on the inside of the Rampager, and they were followed in that division by Millbrook, the one that was obscured earlier. Further back behind those came Ming Law and Mighty Ming, I should say, and they were followed back behind them by Buckle Down. They bunch right up. El Camino's got a ton and a half of horse flesh in front of it to do something from there. He's about second last with Beau Saint, and last Sideshow Charlie. In the straight they race now. Alcatel joined and headed by Depeche Mode. In peril went for the rails run and got it. Rainbow Ties there. Merlin's Law is running on pretty resolutely up wide on the track, and they were followed by El Camino, who's given them away a huge start from Macklemar, but Depeche Mode the leader. Second in peril the inside, followed by Rainbow Tie. Then Macklemar, and back on the inside Alcatel, and El Camino very late, but Depeche Mode in front, and Depeche Mode's going to be too good. Second in peril, third's going to be tight. Rainbow Tie or in the middle, Macklemar. Then came El Camino. He got a mile out of ground. Further back to Buckle Down, and they were followed out wide by Mighty Ming. Now they come back into my view shortly. Sideshow Charlie was always well back. Back there with them too, Beau Saint, followed by Examine the Books, and also Millbrook and the Rampager amongst the last few in, as we stand by for official numbers on the SA Derby Trial Stakes. That's one easily.
A length and a half, Forest Flame, and 2 lengths to Tinnikadua. Miss Vizig to the railway side led. Attila Lass a length away from the north, back on the fence in third. They're followed a length and a half away by Quiet Style, having a lovely run with Green with the white cap. Over on the outside is Our White Diamond, 2 lengths Miss Conviction, Angel of Darkness. Then Jewel of the Pride being followed by Wellington Dreamer, Forest Flame, Lady Baton and Tinnikadua. 500 left to go now, nearing the bend, Miss Vizig by a length, Attila Lass. Running around the outside, Our White Diamond, and then Quiet Style as from the north drops out quickly. Coming into the picture then is Miss Conviction and Jewel of the Pride wide out, followed by Wellington Dreamer. Miss Vizig leads Attila Lass. Quiet Style given a slap with the whip. Miss Conviction with the baldy face running on, and Wellington Dreamer going for a split with Angel of Darkness down on the inside. Still Miss Vizig in front inside the 200 by a length to Quiet Style. Miss Conviction coming on the outside, and Forest Flame now with Wellington Dreamer getting a burst through. Wellington Dreamer's race to the front in the centre, and Wellington Dreamer wins it by nearly a length. Fate of the Miners between Forest Flame, Miss Conviction. Close up Quiet Style and Miss Vizig kept finding on the inside. Just behind those to finish was Angel of Darkness from Our White Diamond, Attila Lass, Tinnikadua, and then Lady Baton, Jewel of the Pride, and from the north dropped out a bad last.
Out to last, and Confiscate is one of the early leaders with Zar Royale. Midwest going up looking for the front spot, and Feanor's going with it and settling. Feanor leads narrowly over Midwest. Confiscate third and Zar Royale fourth, then Irish Air, Dr. Squill, followed by Bombast. A link Masterful Lad as they string out a little from Ronzino over the rising final forecast. 2 lengths to Lucky Bear on the inside of Babu's Boy, and 2.5 to Yippee-I-O. Onto the 1,000 they travel. Feanor the leader, 3/4 of a length on Midwest. A length and a half away third. At this stage is Confiscate. Irish Air the inside, and then Zar Royale. Bombast inside of Dr. Squill from Masterful Lad, Ronzino. Over the rising over on the rails from final forecast, Babu's Boy, Lucky Bear. And Yippee-I-O brings up the rear, and he's about 10 lengths off the leader Feanor at the 650. Feanor, 3/4 of a length Midwest. In third, Posse Confiscate, followed by Masterful Lad improving. Then Irish Air and Zar Royale. Dr. Squill and then Bombash. Yippee-I-O going around the outside from Ronzino. Over the rising Baboo's Boy and Lucky Bear is last. Homeward bound. Fianor and Midwest taken on by Confiscate. A length the Masterful Lad. Then Irish Air final forecast. And on the extreme outside, Yippee-I-O. Confiscate hits the front 200 to go. Narrowly from Midwest. Final forecast coming home well. Dr. Squill and Yippee-I-O. It's Confiscate the leader. Final forecast trying doggedly, but Confiscate hanging on. And Confiscate beat final forecast and Yippee-I-O. Followed by Dr. Squill over the rising Midwest. Ronzino, Lucky Bear. Irish Air, Fear North, followed by Bombast. At the head of the rest came Baboo's Boy, Masterful Lad, and the very heavily backed Zar Royale, Stone Motherless.
They steady down. Racing. Amaru Rhythm came out pretty well. Queeler's Wish near the inside. Swift Duke and Power Seeker, the three best to begin. Amaru Rhythm's 4 deep outside the leader early. There goes Fine Action up, making a line of 5 early. Just behind them, Port Call with Rapparia, Quiver, Glimmers drifting back, followed by Mr. Kabbalah Major. Last of all was Hirschberg. On the first bend at the 800 metres mark, and Fine Action reached the lead. Amaru Rhythm's gone to second. Swift Duke on the fence. Rapparia's out very deep. Then came Port Call. A Quiver's going up deep on the track. On the fence, Queeler's Wish, followed by Power Seeker Major. A long way back in the field came Hirschberg. Glimmers has got back next to last, and last of all, Mr. Kabbalah. The pressure's on the corner, 450 out. Fine Action just in front of Amaru Rhythm. Rapparie deep turning for home from Swift Duke. A Quiver to the outside. They're followed further back in the field. Then to Major running home from Hirschberg and Glimmers. Well on the straight, Fine Action led Amaru under the whip. Here comes Major with a Quiver on the outside. Inside the 200, Fine Action the leader. A Quiver and Major trying hard. Fine Action in front. They won't pick him up. A Quiver can't get there, and Fine Action beats a Quiver third. Major fourth. Mr. Kabbalah a good run. Then Hirschberg, Glimmers. Amaru Rhythm failed to run home. The next home in the race, Port Call, followed by Queeler's Wish, Power Seeker. A long way back is Rapparie, and last home is Swift Duke. Gee, that's a good performance.
Length and a half behind the bulk of the field. Good battle for the early lead. Alvor is prominent, and so too is Mustaneer, and up there with them Chrysler Magic. Yarley Gold is going up to join in, and there's a real rush charge behind those, including Prime Ruler going on with it, and so is Major Wilkes. Gee, there must be a prize for the leader here. Mustaneer easing back off the speed from Shavit, followed by Gullible, and they were followed by Lithium, getting a nice run up on the inside of Exalted Miss. Will fly back towards the tail of the field with another one on the outside, Mighty Meccano, and 2 to the Stayer Royal Line, who's keeping in touch at the 800 metre mark. Prime Ruler, narrow leader on the outside by about a neck. 2 in second placing on the inside, Chrysler Magic. 1.5 away, Yarley Gold's got the perfect run. He shouldn't have any excuses if beaten from there. From Mustaneer on the inside of Major Wilkes, and they were followed by Lithium, and around them Shavit is starting to improve. Alvor locked up in a traffic jam, got cut off by Major Wilkes, switched back to the inside, got a little bit willing there for a stride or two, and as they race down towards the 300 metre mark, it's right on in earnest now. Lithium's into the clear, and he comes after them. Lithium with the Yarley Gold, he's not finding much. Chrysler Magic kicks back, and now Will Fly starting to extend, but it's Lithium in front. Will Fly is motoring home the mare. She's coming hard. Lithium in front, holding Will Fly for the moment. Mustaneer flashing through Lithium. Lithium got it from Will Fly. Mustaneer. Royal Line was a superb run. Then came Chrysler Magic. They were followed by Gullible out very wide around Alvor. Shavit was also out there. Further back in the field, Exalted Miss, followed by Mighty Meccano. Major Wilkes in that division, and Prime Ruler further back behind those. Then came Alvor, and Gullible, as mentioned, pulling up towards the tail of the field. Yarley Gold didn't find a great deal over the last 150, but Lithium has, and Lithium has held them at bay.
Kinzafra and Symphony Time drop out the back. Nimble Feet runs to the early lead from Sir Anthony and Sound Lyric. Then French Legend, followed by Mithrander, a little more than a length to Kinzafra through on the inside of Inga, and 3/4 to a length further away Symphony Time. Nimble Feet at the 1200 is being taken on for the lead by Sir Anthony, and Sir Anthony hits the front now clearly from Nimble Feet. Sound Lyric next, followed by Mithrander racing up on the outside and passing Sound Lyric to move into third spot, and then French Legend closely attended by Kinzafra Inga being next to last and about 2 lengths to Symphony Time. Sir Anthony makes play for Mark de Montfort coming onto the side of the track and going to the 800. He has a lead of about 1.5 lengths Mithranda on the outside of Nimble Feet. 1 3/4 length gap then coming Sound Lyric, and 3/4 to Old French Legend on the outside. 2.5 King Zafra. Next to last being Inga and 3 or 4 lengths to Symphony Time. No change. Onto the corner, 550 to run. Sir Anthony leading out nearly 2 lengths on Mithranda, the favourite. The inside is Nimble Feet, and then Sound Lyric, King Zafra over on the inside, and then French Legend as they swing into the home straight and set sail for the judge. And Sir Anthony 2 lengths on Mithranda, given a crack with a whip, and then comes on the inside Nimble Feet. King Zafra's taken to the outside. He's picking up some ground. Sir Anthony still leads, 150 to go. King Zafra on the outside is coming home doggedly now. Sir Anthony in front. King Zafra's almost got it, has, and King Zafra comes away. There's a nice win by King Zafra over Sir Anthony, and third Mithranda, followed in by Symphony Timing, Nimble Feet, and the last 2 Sound Lyric and French Legend. King Zafra, the winner, ridden by Lenny Beasley. He bided his time on the...
One of the first to bounce out ahead of Bronze Roulette. Trips was out nicely. Civil List is posying up on the pace. Storm Rebel is going forward as well. There's a good deal of pace in the early part, and Old Man dropped out to be next to last. Trips on the inside and Storm Rebel are the early leaders, and they break 2.5 or 3 on Civil List. Let's Cut Loose was 4th on the outside, and then Most Elegant 5th the rail from Old Man, followed by Raging Force and 2 or 3 lengths to Bronze Roulette and Propose a Toast. Now as they head to the 800 metre mark, Storm Rebel on the outside, Trips on the rail, and they put on the pace. They lead by 4 lengths. Civil List is running third, 1.5 lengths Most Elegant over on the inside of Let's Cut Loose, and then Wonder Raging Force, Old Man, Bronze Roulette and Propose a Toast last of all. There's 500 in it now, and Trips got up on the inside and put the head in front. Running second, Storm Rebel. These two have done some work though. Here are the chasers. Civil List getting into third, and Most Elegant just on the inside of him from Let's Cut Loose, Bronze Roulette, Old Man and Raging Force as they corner. Storm Rebel again in front of Trips. Now Most Elegant and Civil List are called on for the finishing run at the 200 now, and Storm Rebel, he pulls the whip. Civil List claims him. Most Elegant coming with him, and Bronze Roulette is coming home hard on the outside the bolter. It's Civil List from Most Elegant, Bronze Roulette, Civil List. Bronze Roulette's going to blow them out. Bronze Roulette's grabbed them, and Bronze Roulette wins it from Civil List. Third is Most Elegant. Then came Old Man, followed further back by Storm Rebel, Raging Force, Let's Cut Loose, Trips and Propose a Toast.
Now, Laurie's Lottery near the outside began quickly, but Sharon began brilliantly, and so did Huge Jet and Uncle James, and there goes Dasher Bay straight along the fence. Gee, they're going quickly at the end of 150 metres. Huge Jet's just in front. Now, Uncle James, now Dasher Bay's eased to third. Laurie's Lottery's got over fourth. Then came Sharon. Now to Brook about sixth on the inside of Hell. Mr. Innocent's out a little bit deep going to the first corner. And then came Mono Joker on the inside of Bedona Road from Kilimanjaro. Ruby Cool. Black Bean getting back, so is Spen, followed by Heavenly Siddler, Zagaletta and Bagolino's at the tail of the field. They're flying on the side of the track. Uncle James and Huge Jet, they led together. Laurie's Lottery third, the outside. Dasher Bay on the fence. Mr. Innocent going up deep with Sharon and Helm to Brook on the fence. Arimathea's improving in the middle. Out deep on the track, Ruby called from Mono Joker, Bedona Road, Kilimanjaro, Black Bean and Spends a mile back as they turn. Uncle James first for home. Huge Jet, here's Dasher Bay, Laurie's Lottery and Mr. Innocent are sprinting quickly. Then Helm followed by Sharon to Brook and Arimathea, but Mr. Innocent dashed to the lead at the 200 metres mark. Arimathea into second spot. Black Bean's getting home from Spen, but Mr. Innocent is well clear. Look at Black Bean making up a lot of ground, but Mr. Innocent in front, and Mr. Innocent beat Black Bean third, probably Arimathea a lip in front of Helm and Spen, then Lazagaletta followed by Sharon. Bedona Road, Ruby Cool, Bagolino, Mono Joker, Dasher Bay, Heavenly Sid to Brook. Laurie's Lottery hit the brick wall in the straighties, beat three home. They were Kilimanjaro, Uncle James, and last home was Huge Jet.
Friends, the Rom began well. The rider immediately took hold. Power Plan, as most would expect, is going to work across and look for the early lead. And as they work down to the 200 metre mark, Power Plan assumes control by a couple of lengths. Madonna settles second. There's the grinding New Zealand Star Super Scheme ambling along on her outside. Frenzal Rom next on the inside. Power Plan's the only one who wants to rip and tear going out of the straight. He's increased his lead by about 6. Behind Frenzal Rom, then Kipling, followed by Shattered Circle. And they were followed by Heed the Toll, who's back at the tail of the field. And there's another one on his outside, Skybow, as they go behind the tower and now coming back into my view. And that's Power Plan with his head down and he's pulling against the rider. He leads by about 7 or 8 lengths. Second placing Madonna. Third, the outside is Super Scheme. None of them worried about chasing this tearaway leader. Frenzal Rom was 4th, followed by Kipling. Shattered Circle goes up behind those third last. Then Heed the Toll and Skybow at the tail of the field. Now they run into the far side of the course and the leader is Power Plan. He's out by a dozen lengths. 2 in second position, Shattered Circle. So the 2 roughies hold 1-2 at the moment. Third placing now Super Scheme outside of Madonna. A length and a half ridden quietly Frenzal Rom. Then another length and a half Kipling. A similar margin Heed the Toll and similarly last away. A length and a half then Skybow. Power Plan by 8. Just coming back to them as they move down that far side of the course now and shows the way as they go to the 1,000. In second placing Shattered Circle. Third Madonna inside Super Scheme. Frenzal Rom is 5th, followed by Kipling. They've quickened again. Further back behind them, Heed the Toll and 2.5 to Skybow. At the moment, he'd be 10 or 12 off the leader. And that leader, Power Plan, is only 3 or 4 in front of Shattered Circle. Super Scheme to 3rd, Madonna 4th. Frenzal Rom away from behind them. Kipling, Heed the Toll joining in and 4 lengths away to Skybow, who just lost a bit of ground there momentarily, where it's Power Plan coming down to the 600 prior to turning for home. A length and a half. The other roughie, Shattered Circle, 2nd. Super Scheme's right on their hammer. Over on the inside, Madonna, followed by Heed the Toll around Frenzal Rom as they bunch up from Kipling, and 3 away to Heat the Skybow at the tail of the field. Shattered Circle and Power Plan, the joint leaders. Frenzal Rom into the clear comes after them. He's putting in a good finish. Heed the Toll is also running on. Super Scheme's whacking away at the 1 bet. It's Shattered Circle the inside and Frenzal Rom in a desperate go here. Shattered Circle on the inside, the boulder holding Frenzal Rom. Shattered Circle's going to cause the big upset here, and Shattered Circle tips out Frenzal Rom about a half length. Third, not sure, Madonna or Heed the Toll, and they were followed by Power Plan. Kipling back behind them. Skybow's put in a shocker today. He was one of the last ones in, and the other one, Super Scheme, didn't do much better.
The outside with Sudden Treasure. Slavonic was away fast in the middle of the line, and there's Plute in the yellow colours driving through. They've gone about 150 now. Hula Wonder out wide, joined by Plute near the inside. Radiant Sword getting up just behind them, followed by Sudden Treasure as they settle down. All Radiant Sword seem to get in a little bit of trouble there. Coup de Grace outside him from Ashton. Dane Power very wide. About the middle of the field, Servalk on the inside of Slavonic. Abrazar's a long way back, and Ken Rose whipped the field in with All a Blur next to last. Going past the 600, Hula Wonder just the leader, as another check for Radiant Sword. Hula Wonder the leader before the home turn. Sutton Treasure on the outside of her. 2 lengths then Dane Power. Plute just behind them on the inside. Coup de Grace outside of it. Slavonic coming wide, and then Servalk, Radiant Sword, Ashton, All a Blur. Hula Wonder and Sutton Treasure corner in front. Plute comes off their heels. Dane Power running on, and Slavonic is coming right down the outside. Hula Wonder the leader at the 200. Slavonic coming after a Hula Wonder from Slavonic. Servalk getting up on the inside. Slavonic has reached the lead. Servalk the fence from Hula Wonder. It's Slavonic in front. Damien Oliver. Slavonic wins it by a neck. Servalk. Third Hula Wonder, and then came Plute and Dane Power together from Abrazar. A gap Ashton, All a Blur. Further back in the field then was Sutton Treasure, which weakened out. Ken Rose, one of the last from Radiant Sword, who met heaps of trouble. And back at the tail end of the field, Coup de Grace.
And Cedar Rapids was one of the best to begin. Very slowly away, Skylarking, Oh What a Dancer, No Speed, Apache King. And Cedar Rapids goes to the early lead from Callista, showing speed, Triple Storm. Right there also is Regal Zero, and on the inside, Sanjani, followed by Danza's Pride. Then came Mighty Padrille over on the inside of Flagrant, followed by Skylarking, Oh What a Dancer. Getting back, Bold Nuage, and Apache King is last with 850 metres to go. Cedar Rapids